What the fuck just happened? Got away with it. It's 2:26, 2:27. Yeah, buddy. Went out too fast. I kept thinking I'm with the wrong group here. I've gone way too fast. Alright, so we're in the lounge at the airport on our way to Osaka. Delightful 1 a.m. flight, losing an entire night's sleep, exactly what you need before a marathon. But we are on our way to Osaka to chase the dream of the sub 2:30 marathon. We'll either absolutely smash it or crash and burn, preferably in the race, not on the flight.
It was a daily short hop domestic flight that ended in a dramatic rescue.
Absolutely freezing. We're dying. Checking in a booth A, that means we're the big shit. Hello! Oh, under here. Alright, so we got the number. We're number A51038. It's got a hell of a ring to it. I don't remember that off the top of my head easily. Beauty! Oh, this is the important part now. This is where we teach you. Wow, we found a beautiful girl. We found a beautiful girl.
Look at the fit check. This is 20 quid. Looking like a legend. Bosch, race shoes. It's gonna be freaking cold outside, I know that much.
Oh my god, it's absolutely freezing. I was looking at the temperature forecast and it was saying it was going to be between like 1 and 20. And I was like, oh, 20 is going to be a little bit warm. And I guess by lunchtime it probably will be. But right now... What are you doing? No, there's no breath like that. But it's cold, man. But beautiful blue skies. It's in Thailand. In Thailand, it doesn't matter if it's green. Ambulance trying to get through. And then we just go. So good to just have like a tow path along the side of the river. One thing I really miss in Bangkok is just like being able to run alongside the water. Every city in the world has this. Hopefully Bangkok is on their way. I hope it'll happen eventually. We're not quite there yet. Look at the doggos. Oh, I miss living in a place like this. This could be the biggest hill and I've run up in months. I'm gonna die. So I guess yesterday was a bit of a weird one because marathon's an interesting one. Like for me, with Ironman, I always felt Ironman was notoriously uncool. Like you would never catch me right on the merge when I was in the expo the day before the race. I loved it and it was a huge part of who I was. And to be honest, if I move somewhere where I can cycle a bit easier, maybe I'll end up back there again. But I found myself in the marathon expo, just still wanted to buy everything. I think being what I class as a beginner again, maybe not beginner, being as a newbie to a sport, I find myself like immersing myself in it, wanting to be a part of it. Tomorrow, I may or may not be a sub 2:30 marathon runner. I'll definitely be a 1:14:30 through halfway marathon runner.
I don't believe you.
I have to be honest, I'm not feeling quite as poppy as I wanted to, but I never do the day before a race. So I guess we'll just get home, smash a bunch of carbs, trying to catch a cold, being this freaking cold the day before. This is how we carb load. So the biggest challenge I think that I'm going to face this weekend, other than the 42k, is eating 3 bowls of rice, but with chopsticks. For any Asians watching, I apologise for this offensive. Challenge complete. I'm sweating. I didn't know rice sweats are a thing, but I got rice sweat. Carb loaded. Oh my god. The auntie sat at the table next to me and just watching me like this white guy come into Japan and just eating bowls and bowls and bowls of rice. Culture. That's culture.
single person in this tube station that is not running today. The challenge is to be the fastest of everyone in the tube station. I'm not sure if we're in the right entrance. We're gonna go through this way, get changed, try and you know, lighten myself a little bit more. Get ready to try and run it as fast as I can, but I'm scared now. Alright, so we're at the start line. Literally like 10 minutes away. Luckily the hotel was pretty well located. Now we are trying to find the way to the start. The spot's beautiful. The weather's cold. Not think as cold as Khao Yai. Exciting times. Fit check time. Saucony Endorphin Elite. Motive Stocks, Thai brand, still haven't sponsored me. 262 shorts. Always repping the AliExpress shirt. Gloves, Garmin, Whoop, Van Rysel, Shocks, Oakley, and we're about to be full of gels as well. So I'll either see you at the end, or you'll probably just never ever hear from me ever again.
So you see B over there, and all the road, it's just an athlete. I hope he knows where to go as well. Here you go, I see you. Hey, see you finally. Yeah. I walk like this is so far.
It's quite warm in the sun. It's a little bit warmer than the 6 degrees that we were at. C'est la vie, we live at 35.
It's 9 degrees, what are you talking about?
It's cold. No, look, it's really hot now.
Bye, enjoy, bye.
I have no idea what to say. I just went out too fast. I kept thinking, I'm with the wrong group here. I've gone way too fast. And it was like 15k and I was like, I can't remember if it hurt as much as this when I was in Yokohama or not. I was like, I'll just keep going and see how long we get away with it for. And then like 20k's, I was like, oh, we're on like I think I was like 2 minutes off my half marathon PB. I was like, this might be a little bit too fast here. But just kept going with the vibes and I kept looking at the guy in front and said, okay, you stay with this guy and it'll be okay. And this basically went on until like 8k's from the end. And then I was with one guy, we were like, yeah, let's go, keep pushing, keep fighting. And we kept like speeding up and he kept saying, good pace. And we would just push and it just never slowed down, I guess. There's not a lot to it. Its last 2k's was horrific. I don't know if the time was 2:27 or not. Do you know if it was 2:26?
3:20, no.
The pace.
Oh,
Pace.
2:19.
No. I'll check in a minute, but I think it's 2:26 or 2:27. It's definitely not 2:19. What the fuck just happened? It was savage, but I just went with the vibes, got away with it. I got to like 8k's and I was like, oh, we're done now, and sped up. Or at least it felt like I sped up, but I might have just continued surviving. Fuck. I think it was 2:26, 2:27. Job done. Yeah, buddy. So race day in Osaka is always a hard one to kind of get yourself mentally ready for. Going from training in Thailand where it's always 30 degrees, you can never run the paces that you want to run. So even though you know you're in good shape, going from 30 degrees down to like 9 degrees is a bit of a guessing game. So I guess it's all about the confidence, as Gok Wan would say. So lining up on the start line, could feel the sun on my back. It was a little bit warmer than we had expected it to be, but knowing where I come from and knowing what to expect, I thought, okay, this is probably gonna be just fine. As the gun went off, like I was lining up and there was
I was like 3 rows back, and it was this is going to be absolutely perfect. And then a minute before the gun goes off, 250 elite runners come and get in front of me, and suddenly there's 10 waves of people in front of me. So I immediately panic, like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get straight into my pace. The first K is going to be 5-minute K pace. So as soon as the gun goes off, I like sprint to try and get through the groups, and I'm like barging people. I'm probably the most hated man in Japan at the moment. But I managed to get through the first K, settled into a kind of pretty good group, and we were ticking over a little bit faster than I wanted to. I think the first K was like 3:25, and I wanted to be more like 3:31, 3:32. But I thought, okay, let's just get out of the woods. Let's get into a good rhythm, and then we can find our feet. But as I was clicking off the Ks, it was 3:25, 3:27, 3:28, 3:27, consistently 5 or 6 seconds faster, which doesn't sound like it's a lot, but when you start putting them together and you start going 25 to 30 seconds faster for every 5K, it can probably bite you in the ass a little bit. So as we're running, I'm thinking, okay, it's a little bit faster than I had wanted to go. But I remember listening to a podcast a few days before the race that had said, being in a good group can save you like 5 seconds per K. And it wasn't really getting any harder. Like there was one point at 31, 32K where I thought to myself, like, wow, I feel amazing. And immediately 10 seconds later, I was like, wow, I feel terrible. And it kind of reminded me that the feelings are always temporary in the marathon. Like no matter how bad you feel or how good you feel, 10 seconds later, you can feel the complete opposite. So there's a hill at like 32 Ks into the race. We went up the hill, I lost like 5 places, let my pace slow right down. But then on the other side of it, I said, okay, I know the hard work's done. We're in the last 10K. We can really let it rip. So I flew down the hill pretty fast. I caught up to another Japanese guy who turned to me and he was like, oh, good pace, good pace. And at this point I felt like, okay, I'm really picking it up. I'm gonna run a little bit faster now and I feel good. Why not try and pick it up? So I'm pushing, and me and this Japanese guy, we're like cheering each other, like, come on, let's keep going, let's keep going. And at this point in my head, I'm thinking 10 Ks to go at this pace is not even 35 minutes. So how hard can it be? So we're pushing and we're like, come on, bro, 8 Ks to go. And in the last few Ks, I see another guy I know and I catch up to him and I come around him. It's kind of a boring story to tell because my pace splits were 3:27, 3:28. Every 5K was almost exactly the same. The first half was 1:13.29. The second half was 1:13.30. So I crossed the line in 2:26.59. And to be honest, I felt okay. Like I walked quite happily to get my stuff. I got changed. I could bend over and pick up my bag, which in Yokohama I definitely could not do because I just cramped as soon as I moved. But it was a strange feeling to finish so strong and feel so good. Like this race went so well that it made me just not want to do it again. Like I can't fathom another race going as well as this. So I feel like now for the rest of this year, I've really got to focus myself on like a short distance. For me, 3:28 per K still feels disgustingly fast. It still feels like a sprint. It doesn't feel comfortable, even though I've just managed to do it for 42 Ks. I need to get myself to the point where I can run 3:05, 3:10 okay, so that when I drop back down to 3:20, it's gonna feel normal. Because let's be honest, I took 10 minutes off my last PB, so the next logical step has to be sub 2:20, but it's not gonna happen this year. So setting my sights on the future, I will be building up my short course speed, aiming for a lot of 10Ks, local things, and then I will fly to London, not specifically for a race, but I have snuck a little cheeky race in while I'm there. I'll do the Saucony 10K. I guess me still being scared goal is sub 31, but secretly I really want to go 30-30. I haven't even broken 33 yet because I'm only racing in Thailand. So to go from to not even going sub 33 to sub 31 and even talking about 30-30 seems like a very, very big step at this stage. But you gotta have goals, right? And yes, I will build myself for a year for the marathon. I will go back to Osaka next year, then sub 220 is on. So don't worry, there won't be a Project 219 series for a little while. The project will be something like sub 31. I'll try and be a little bit more interesting than just sub 31. But the whole goal now is to get as fast as possible. I've been on the track already once since Osaka, and let me tell you, it was disgusting. Running at 3-minute K pace again when I've been running at 3:30s for the last 3 months is not a fun experience. My legs are dying, it felt very, very difficult, but I've got about 4 months now to build my speed until Saucony 10K, sub 31, maybe 30-30. So I guess thank you for tuning in for all 3 of my videos. They were supposed to be about 6 or 7, but you know, that's life.
special one.
First time. Wait, wait. Professional! Professional! สนุกไหม
สนุก
Easier or harder than running?
Took me 30 minutes to stand up.
Yeah, this is the best part now though.
Yeah.
You gotta like bend the inside leg, bend it, so if you want to go left, bend the inside leg and push out on the right. We made it!